Hi there. We are talking about the top 10 AI artificial intelligence predictions regarding human resources and talent in 2025. And it's going to be a very exciting year, fast, so buckle up. So the first one that we're talking about is specifically just this whole rise of the super worker, and this should be no surprise to anyone. There's going to be more expected from those who are contributing to organizations. They're going to have more access to AI. Therefore, the bar is going to be higher, and what we're going to see is a lot of people performing far more than they ever have before. Probably 25% more output for certain roles, given their access to AI and that assistance and helping them to get tasks and to get responsibilities done. The second one is a very almost fully AI driven talent acquisition in some cases, but a highly AI driven talent acquisition. So we're talking about the screening, we're talking about sourcing, using AI to source for candidates. Even initial interviews for a lot of roles are going to have AI introduced into that initial interviewing process in 2025. And then number 3, we will see more personalized leadership development. So we always want to make sure that we're doing learning assessments that are accurate for employees. With AI, it's going to make it far easier to do very fast and very accurate and highly customized leadership and learning development assessments. So be on the lookout for just that increased capacity to be able to more customize those assessments that you conduct in order to give more targeted development and more targeted treatment to your employees as far as what their needs are. And then number 4 is overall enhanced employee experience. And this aligns with the more targeted and more customized leadership and learning development. It's really going to trickle in every area, leading to the employee to really have a more personalized experience, because it will be a much faster, more accurate way of assessing where the employees are in the organization, as well as what their needs are. Number 5 is somewhat similar, and that's predictive analytics. There's going to be a predictive analytics explosion. So that's around your turnover rate, your retention risk, your employee engagement. These analytics are going to be so highly sharpened, far more accurate, and that data is going to be far more frequently available. And therefore, you will get that data more regularly, and you can react to that data more regularly, which can be a good and a bad thing for organizations, because when you collect the data, obviously something is going to be expected to be done in order to justify collecting the data. And number 6 is bias reduction and screening. Bias reduction and screening. Some are predicting bias reduction and hiring. I believe the screening is definitely a fair bet, because AI, while they talk about bias in AI, the only bias in AI is what people put into AI. So the more sophisticated that we get and we become regarding preventing or doing things to mitigate those biases in AI, the more standardized and unbiased AI we're going to see. So I predict definitely less bias in the screening. I won't go as far as hiring, because I do believe that the overall hiring process is still going to be conducted by ourselves, human beings, and we are not flawless by any measure. Neither is AI for that measure. But I do definitely see less bias in the screening aspect of the hiring process. Number 7 is faster continuous improvement. And that goes with getting that information, like the predictive analytics and other different types of data analytics, much faster, therefore leaving the organization to be able to respond much more quickly and to improve much more quickly. And number 8 is expansive growth in the strategic workforce planning area. Now, this is already important because we have already seen this very fast changing environment within our organizations. We're seeing the huge baby boom retirement. So that's significantly changing the landscape of our organizations. We're seeing 3 generations in our organizations at the same time, which is rare. So that's contributing to a lot of change and shift. And now we're seeing AI, which is completely changing the smorgasbord, if you will. And so that's leading this need for strategic workforce planning to be very intentional and very dynamic. And so AI is going to drive a lot of that explosion of strategic workforce planning this year and beyond. And then number 9, which is very consistent with the increase in strategic workforce planning, we're going to see an evolution of roles. And that's only natural. And that goes with also number 1, this super worker that we're going to see. Roles are going to be evolved. They're going to be augmented. More responsibilities are going to be tied to them, different responsibilities. Some are going to be taken away, obviously, and assigned to AI, but what we will definitely see is a change in the roles that we will typically see within our organizations. And number 10, rather, number 2, number 10, they sound alike. Number 10, we will see an improvement of just overall employee well-being. And that's because organizations will have more information to act more quickly, to give, I wouldn't say give, but to address the needs of their employees more quickly, and to retain those employees that they're interested in retaining by this information that they will be receiving via AI. I hope that is helpful. Keep that in mind as you consider ways that you can apply AI to your organization, and definitely keep us in mind if you need any help doing so at Next Gen People. Have a great day.